Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on Swelth Academy. Today is Tuesday, October 19th. We're going to be taking a look at the requested TAs. Before I start, a huge welcome to all of you, to the new subscribers. I'll be going down the list. These are the requested coins that I got. Keep in mind, these might be, if I'm seeing a good coin, it might go in our trade setup. Okay, so let's start off by Juventus. This coin is building a massive contracting triangle, meaning that sooner or later it's gonna have to break to the upside or to the downside. As we know, if this bull run continues, we're gonna have a nice break to the upside. So we're talking a potential 160% return. However, this is unconfirmed until we make a solid break above our gray line over here. Cool. So you might ask, should I buy now? Should I buy later? Here's my take on this coin. I'm seeing a reverse harmonic pattern or a bearish harmonic that needs to break B point and flip it as a support. You can see how with our previous wick, you've attempted to break above and close, however it failed. So until we can flip our B point as a support around $16, this would be our confirmation towards, let's find out. So we're just measuring our targets. So first target, you're going to be looking at the 1.13 Fibonacci level. It gives you a nice whopping return of 95%, and then we'll be looking at the 2.618 Fibonacci level, which gives us a nice confluence with our contracting triangle target. And last but not least, we have our final target at the 3.618 and the 1.618 at $69, which gives you a whopping return of 300%. Cool. Personally, if you ask me, should I put my money in this? This is personal opinion. I wouldn't put my money right now until I get a solid confirmation above our resistance line. Here I would hop on and take my profit at the given targets. You can hop on right now. That's all up to you. However, keep in mind, the market can move either to the upside or to the downside. So there's a possibility we even go for that final retest and then go up. So that's why it's always best you wait for a confirmation setup, for a confirmation break, and then you can go ahead and place your orders. This is Juventus, requested by the bull. Great coin. I'm just waiting for that confirmation break. Let's now move on to our next pair. So ICP, requested by Queen M. I was looking into this coin. Holy, I mean, just how crazy bullish this coin is. Not only do we have a big harmonic pattern printing on the bigger time frame. If you don't know what a harmonic is, D point is where there should be price action to the upside. Cool. It's now building a double bottom. Okay. On top of that, it's also repeating the same exact bullish harmonic right over here. So if this pattern continues its regular momentum that's been going these past couple of days, I'm expecting a nice rally from ICP. This coin right here is actually a very good coin. This coin is one of those coins that I like to see. It has low risk, high reward ratio. So when looking at a much more smaller time frame, I'm seeing the same exact pattern. All right, we have our harmonic pattern just like that. However, this time we should be making a new low at the 1.13 and the 1.618 around $39. Keep in mind, this is only valid if $41 is broken. Anything above $41 remains bullish and would mean that we just go straight up from here. The way I would play this is I would place my buy stop right above 47.60, and from there I'd be looking at, let's look at our first short-term target. First short-term target, you're going to be looking at the 886 and then the 1.13 Fibonacci level, followed by 1.618 Fibonacci level. So we're talking give or take 24% to approximately 50% return. Let's measure from top to bottom. If we have confluence at the 0.618 with the 1.618, I'm adding this to our trade setups, and there we go. We have our 0.618 and the 1.618. That's some nice confluence. So in the coming days and weeks, once $47 triggers as a support, I'd be looking for $67 to $68. So buy stops, set them above 40. Buy stop is around $48. Take profit is going to be around $67 to $68. Very nice trade setup. Easy, I should say, okay? Just look at this triple harmonic pattern. Crazy confluence. Holy, I mean, this is the type of coins that I like seeing. Speaking of coins, let's see what our next one is. Let's now move on to our third coin, Uni, requested by Fanai. I think that's how you pronounce your name, Fanai. Here we go. So right here, I have our fractal method. Everything continues printing the same exact. I'm gonna measure from top to bottom, and that gave us our 786. I'm gonna do the same exact thing, and bingo, we triggered the 0.618. Oh, this should be actually all the way up here, and there we go. So right over here, we triggered the 0.618 and the 0.618, which gave us our previous top, just like this fractal right over here. And from there, we went for a nice sideways accumulation. Keep in mind, when doing fractal method, it's not gonna print on the same exact time frame. During this period right over here, which in other words is this period back in December, market cap was very low. Therefore, it was very, very easy for market makers, for whales to manipulate the market. All right. Whereas now the market cap is much more bigger. Therefore, it's going to take time. The algorithm is going to take its time, and whales, of course, they're going to take their time. You need big amounts of liquidity compared to our cool, because some people might be like, okay, but how come this one is printing so much longer as this one? It doesn't matter, okay? As long as it's copying the same data, that's what I like to see. So right here with the last current fractal, we have a reverse head and shoulder, which tends to be a bullish pattern. If this pattern breaks to the upside, we're talking give or take around $37 is your first target, which in other words would take us towards, let's find out, this 886 Fibonacci level, which tends to be a strong resistance level. So this is some nice confluence to see. Again, this is our harmonic strategy. Very simple, very straightforward. Let's now take a look at Elliott wave. So looking at Elliott wave, we have our first wave, second, third, fourth, and right now we're basically finding that fifth wave top. Let's confirm that this meets our requirement. So bingo, we have our 0.6 or 1.618 Fibonacci level. That takes us to approximately $50. Let's go ahead and draw our critical resistance line just like that, which gives us a nice confluence at the 1.13 Fibonacci level, along with the 1.618 and our major resistance. So how would I play this? This is a nice trade setup. I would be placing my long positions above $28. Triggering such level would confirm our reverse head and shoulder pattern to $38. From here, expect a small pullback, and up we continue for $50. This is a nice setup, just a matter of patience. Let's now take a look at Link. So Link, requested by Sasha. It's one of those coins that did incredible during this bull run. So Link. So you can see how we have our support line, bingo, followed by our previous retest, and we have our retest and our most recent retest. We're going to be comparing all three of these to the most recent fractal. Bam, just like that. Start off with our first fractal. Right here we triggered the 0.618 before a further dump to the downside. Let's take a look at our second fractal. We triggered the 0.618. Afterwards, we went for a nice pullback to the downside. Let's see how far. So this fractal, we triggered the 786. First fractal, 786. And our third fractal, we triggered the 618, and a pullback took us to the 786. So if fractal method continues printing the same algorithm, let's find out what will happen. Then here's what our next move for Link should be. So 0.618, just like what happened with our previous fractal, tends to set up Link for a pullback. Alright, if that's the case, how far down? According to our previous fractals, 786 tends to be a strong support for Link. Alright, so fractal method, it's telling me we have ways to go down to the 786 before continuing the rally to the upside, just like our previous fractals. So this right here would be our fractal method. Let's take a look at our harmonic strategy. Just understand where exactly this market is heading. So right here we have our B point, C point. That's exactly what the algorithm is preparing for. This C point can go anywhere as far as the 886. Alright. The way you play harmonics is pretty straightforward. The way I would play this pattern, I would not buy right now. I would not place no short positions or long positions. Best thing to do with such pattern is wait for a confirmation break above our B point at $37. $37 is our bullish pivot point. Breaking such level will trigger the 1272 and $133 mark. Keep in mind, we must trigger above our B point. This right now, personally, I wouldn't be looking at buy positions. So best thing to do is wait for a confirmation break above our B point and you play accordingly. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, so on the shorter time frame, I'm seeing a bullish harmonic. However, it remains unconfirmed until $16 is triggered. So the way that I would play this pattern just looking at my indicators, looking at the fractal method, harmonic strategy, it's a 50-50 pattern right now. Meaning there's a possibility we go to the upside and a 50 chance we go to the downside. Here are your bullish pivot points. If price action triggers above $37, you buy. Okay, you place your buy stops because it's confirmed that we're heading for this long-term targets. And vice versa, if this B point at $20 breaks below, then I'd be looking at $16 as my buy zone. Link, great coin. Just right now, it's not my cup of tea. I wouldn't be placing no buy or short positions until I have a solid confirmation, either below this B point or this B point at $37. Cool. Let's now take a look at Komodo. So Komodo looks great. Let's see what we can get out of this. So we have a bullish harmonic that triggered our 886, which tends to be a strong support line, along with the 2.24 Fibonacci level. Let's take a look at Elliott wave-wise. We have our first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And let's confirm this right over here. And it meets our requirement. So first wave is in according to Elliott wave. Right now the algorithm is preparing for our third wave rally, fourth and fifth. Cool. Notice how with our first fractal, 786 was the bottom for second wave, and if we were to compare that to the current fractal, that's approximately where we are. So your next target for Komodo, you're looking at the 1.618 Fibonacci level around $2.32, and short term I'd be looking at the 886. Kev, if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. Shasha, Fanai, Queen N, and the Bull. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a message. I'm always here to help. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got some nice trade setups coming soon. Just from this video, I think there's 2 or 3. So without further ado, I'll see you in tomorrow's video.